going on, everybody? This is James Grandmaster Facts Voice, and you're here for another Facts Project review. Today we are going to be covering Skinbreaker issue 2, of course written by Robert Kirkman, artwork done by the great David Finch, coloring done by Annalise, Leone, and lettering done by Rus Wooten. Now, this is one of those comics, like a particular story that just ends up breaking your heart in a certain way, because eventually, when we go back to issue 1, and we talked about the origins of this and how beautiful like the panels look of this primitive tribal fantasy landscape throughout this entire story, but the story as a whole deals with the not only the points of aging as an elder to a particular tribe, or better yet, an elder in leadership, and having to continue the ways that you built, but yet also for somebody of a certain age trying to get an entire group of people to adapt to change. And it's something that a lot of people deal with when you reach, and I'm not going to say you don't deal with it if you're necessarily young, but when you get to a certain age, there's certain things that you try to hold on to, or better yet, you realize that how the world works isn't necessarily working for you, and the things that you tried to change, you try to show people how to work a little bit easier when they're so stuck in a certain time period or a certain way of working that they just don't see it. So if you remember from issue 1, basically how this whole thing transpired is Anok and Enor were at an odds, because Enor wanted Anok to succeed him, but yet there was this character by the name of Thul who was more so settled into the old ways of this macho savagery, to where the challenge almost didn't happen the way that it was going to pretty much take place within issue 2, but yet it did, and it was driving Anok insane in order to do this, because he knew inevitably how this was going to end was for Anok to end Enor and be the chieftain and guide everybody into the future, and maybe even meet rivals and foes like Thul and maybe later on down the line. All the while, this standoff does eventually happen, and when it does, it turns into it's sad to see, because you have Enor who understands that he is going to be defeated, and you have Anok who is pretty much holding back this entire time until he doesn't, because Enor pretty much pushes him to fight, kicks him in the face as he's bringing him down. He's fighting with the Skinbreaker shard itself. And then you're looking at how this pretty much is going to end with Enor's death. And inevitably it does, because you hear Thul in the background saying that this is a disgrace and how this is dishonoring our tribe. And the only way to actually make things right is to actually kill Enor. And, Anok doesn't know how to deal with that, to where they have a funeral procession and, they're honoring Enor. Even Anok has to honor Enor as the former chieftain of this tribe. And something I didn't expect to happen, because you kind of expected the story to go one way, that further on down the line he was going to battle Thul, but yet you see that decades go by, and now Anok is the elder, and he's taken on a mentee, and you see that there's a character like Thul who's challenging him because of how Anok has basically changed the ways of the tribe. He's working smarter rather than harder, where this antagonistic new young feral challenger by the name of Paka is pretty much looking at him and saying, you know what, you shouldn't be going the easy route. I would never go the easy route because I lead with strength. My strength is here and not here. Where Anok is basically working a lot smarter. He's feeding his people. He's leading the right way. To where, you know, when he was crying in the beginning of issue 2, probably like by page 4, he was grieving with the fact of why does it have to be this way? And what can I do to change it? And this is pretty much what Enor wanted him to do. He wanted him to change, to continue to change this tribe, because the savagery has only brought them face forward into one direction of possibly an end to their existence. And I gotta say, if you do end up picking up Skinbreaker, get the Treasury editions. They're a bigger format, and because David Finch has created this world in such a way, you are doing your due diligence of looking at the artwork, because the thing is, the man is an artist. The way that, you know, I don't think I know anybody that can create a tree like this, or vines, and this whole particular world that isn't essentially that. But I'm looking forward to issue 3. Can't wait to see it. Obviously, we will see more of this next time on the Facts Project, and you'll see it here again, issue 3 on the channel.